it's Shannon with Shannon's Crafty DIYs. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a fun collab video with someone very special. Her name is Megan with the Crafty Quinn. I met her through our Instagram. We have like a mutual Dollar Tree group that we're all in, and I just loved seeing all of her DIYs posted in this group, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to her and see if she wanted to do a collab video with me. She loves to do a lot of modern farmhouse decor DIYs with a lot of products from the Dollar Tree, which I love to do as well. So I figured we were just like-minded people. Anyway, I would love for you guys to head over to her channel as well. She posts videos every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So go ahead and subscribe to her channel. You definitely won't be disappointed. And for those of you who are new and heading over from Megan's channel, welcome. Here is where I love to do haul videos. I love to do really easy home decor DIY videos. A lot of my products do come from the Dollar Tree, and a lot of them come from the Dollarama as well. So, and the themes I love to do are farmhouse. I love to do boho. I love doing trash to treasure as well. And I also love to do product review videos, and I have done a couple of cooking videos as well. So if you do like that kind of content, you are definitely in the right spot. So I would just love it if you guys could hit that subscribe button. It's just on the lower right, and click the bell button to be notified every single time I upload a new video. All right, so why don't we begin with today's video? Today I am showing you guys 3 really simple spring Easter DIYs. 2 of them are more spring themed and 1 is more Easter, but you can also transition it to Easter as well. So why don't we begin with today's tutorials.
So first DIY, this is honestly the simplest DIY possible. So this sign from Dollar Tree is absolutely gorgeous the way it is. So it obviously comes with a jute twine hanger. So I actually cut that off because I wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not, and I wasn't planning on hanging it on the wall. Anyway, I had these 2 square dowel rods from a previous DIY. There were actually these stakes that I got from the Dollarama, and I just cut them in half a little bit with my miter box, but this was in a previous DIY video. I'll link that in the description box. So it was already stained with the antique wax by Waverly chalk paint, and so what I'm going to just do is just distress it a little bit with some white acrylic paint. And I didn't really have to cut them at all because they were pretty much the same width of the sign, so super simple again. I love the fact that I keep things too, just in case I can use them again in the future. So I'm happy that I was able to finally use them. They were just sitting on my desk, just staring at me in the face. And I was just like, what am I going to do with you? And now I figured it out. So I'm just going to hot glue both of these rods to the top and bottom of the sign. So you'll see in just a moment, I kind of went one step ahead of myself here because I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to finish this sign. However, I'm doing this first. So I'm using these plant stakes from the Dollarama. I love these ones because they remind me of the paint stir sticks that a lot of my American YouTubers get from Home Depot. And the fact that this was $1.25 and you get 10 stakes per pack. So I thought these were just a very good alternative. So I'm just using some hot glue. I just cut off the point of the stake, and I'm just going to use one of these stakes as a stand so that way I can stand up the sign. And just give it a good amount of hot glue. And I find with the MDF board, the hot glue took a little while to cool off and set. So just be patient with it. And here's what I mean, that I wasn't sure how I wanted to finish the board. So now that the stake is on there, I just have to be really careful with it, just not to break it. But mind you, I really enforced it with a lot of hot glue. So I'm just showing you here, again, this is, I think I've showed it to you before, but this is the bag of all my excess ribbons, jute twine, nautical rope. You can always, you never know when you need those spare pieces. If they're really super short, I don't keep them, I toss them. But when they're long like this, they're always good to have on hand. So I'm just taking this spare nautical rope and I'm just making some faux knots. Now I put the stake on the top of the sign, not thinking I was going to add any more to the sign. I was going to leave it like that. So I covered the holes that were in the sign previous, so I didn't want to use a drill to go through the stakes. So this way I'm just adding the knots to the front of the wood, and then I'm going to attach the rest of the nautical rope to the back, just to make it look like a faux hanger. And here I am just flipping the sign over, and just make sure you attach the nautical rope just in line with the knots on the other side, so that way it does look like you actually went through the board. So again, this was the simplest DIY. I just loved the sign so much the way it was, but of course I added just a little bit of detail to it, and I just love the way this turned out. You guys, it is so simple. So the second DIY, I'm just taking one of these high dome cloches from the Dollar Tree, just showing you the other one. I just took the sticker off one of them, and I just had a couple of these finials. I did order those ones from Amazon a while ago, so I can leave that package in the description box below. And so I had that tray from a while ago that was just like a plastic plate and a shot glass glued together, and I put it I painted it black. So I painted the finial black as well. In the end, you'll see I didn't actually use that tray. I'm going to show you another tray that I used in a previous DIY as well. And I'm going to paint the finial white. I just went over the black with white. So remember this tray I made, it was just a square box from the Dollarama, and of course the famous candlesticks from the Dollar Tree. I'll link that video in the description box below as well. So again, you see here that I like this tray a lot better, using one of the foam bunnies that I painted from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just taking some of this spare floral moss that I had already, and I'm just going to take out a little bit and kind of form it in a ball in my hand. Again, this stuff is really messy, guys, so just be careful and make sure you're over a table while you do this. You don't want it all over the floor. So this part I probably could have kept another, like maybe a little toothpick in the bunny, so that way it could have stood, or it could have standed, what am I trying to say? It could stand up a little bit easier in the floral moss. However, I just left it like that, and you can just make it a little balancing act just so he can stand up. And I found these really cute faux moss balls from the Dollarama, and there's 10 per pack, and I thought these were awesome. So I'm actually just arranging them around the outside of the cloche just to kind of hide any spare moss as well. I'm just going to jazz it up a little bit more with some color, just using the spare pink berries that I had already used in a previous DIY, the welcome sign that looked like a bunny. And so I'm just using these, and I'm just going to kind of just arrange them on either side of the cloche. And then I'm going to take some more of these yellow flowers from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to scatter them around as well, just placing them wherever you feel like. So another simple DIY done. I love how this turned out, and again, I could always use the base of the dome in another DIY if I wanted to, but I just love how this turned out on a previous tray that I had already made. Look at how Easter and spring this looks to me. I love it. So third and final DIY, again, all these DIYs are super simple and very easy to do for you guys. Just taking some of these Dollar Tree candles and some of this beautiful tissue paper that I found at the Dollar Tree. Remember, I hauled this probably at least like a month ago from the Dollar Tree. I just loved the leaf one, the foliage one. I thought it was so beautiful. I also love the bark one in there as well. So those are really great for DIYs. size. So I'm just folding one of the sides in half, and this way it just gives me a line. So I'm just going to cut it straight down, and I'm cutting about 3 inches thick. And now I'm just going to cut that one strip in half, and that way both halves will go around each candle perfectly. So now I'm just going to attach it just with the glue stick that I got from the Dollar Tree. And so you guys may always have some of these issues on hand. Keeps rolling away from me, so I just put my scissors in front of it just to stop it from rolling. And I just put a strip of the glue stick on the candle, and I'm just going to line up the tissue paper just more in the center of the candlestick. And then just using more of the glue stick to attach the other end of the paper. And then you can just cut off the excess, whatever you have remaining. So here's both of them. I just made sure to make sure that they were both in the same spot on the candle. And I'm just going to jazz it up a bit and use some jute twine that I already have and just wrap it around several times around each of the candles. So just taking some of these flowers, I got these from Joann's Fabric actually like last February before the borders closed. And I'm just going to take some of this greenery pot. Now, somebody told me, Robin from Bird's Nest told me that this was rosemary. I guess I didn't look at it like that. So now I can see it. So thank you, Robin. So just taking a couple stems of these, and I'm going to cut each one flower from the stem. And what I'm going to do is just use some jute twine to attach the base of the bundle, so to make it look like a little flower arrangement. And then I'm just going to hot glue them just over the jute twine. And I'm going to put them a little bit on a diagonal just to look like they're actually hanging. I thought they turned out so pretty. You'll see here in just a second. Now, look at how gorgeous these Dollar Tree candles look when they are all spruced up like this. Oh my gosh, I love them. I hope you guys had so much fun with this video. I had so much fun collaborating with Megan with the Crafty Quinn. She is so talented. So I hope you guys go visit her channel and take a look, and go ahead and subscribe to her channel as well. She is fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and just give it a big thumbs up if you guys liked what you see. And I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Take care.